today. Just setting up to film a tutorial, so you get to see behind the scenes here. I was wearing my apron, I was quite happy wearing that, but I discovered the way it pulls up around the necktie, it was rubbing against my microphone and creating audio dramas within the video, so I'm back to my lab coat. But anyway, this works good. I know it works good for the sound. Now I'm just over here, I've got my coffee ready. I want to grab a canvas. I've got all these pre-cut in the cupboard there to the tutorial size. This is the camera caddy. The camera sits on this over the tripod, or I made a new piece that sits in here. So that just quick releases and that sits on there. And I can get that up and down or swivel left and right. Now we'll put this on my easel ready to film. So I've got my masking tape up here. What I normally do is I just work out if I'm going to do a portrait or a landscape layout. Today's going to be a landscape layout. So I'll get this roughly the height I want, because as you all know, I put the frame on it. And that is ready to film and paint. Okay, I better turn my glove on. I used to throw out my gloves after one use, but end up going through them too much, and with COVID, gloves were becoming hard to find, so now I'm trying to get at least 2 or 3 uses out of a pair of, where's my camera? Up there, 2 or 3 uses out of a pair of gloves now. And I've got my glasses here to look at anything. That's my monitor for referencing. Okay. The microphone wire. I try not to screw this up too much, because if the wires break inside it, I'll have to replace it, and it wasn't cheap, and it's a big inconvenience to have to replace it as well. So that gets plugged into me pin here. This way you get a good sound, and this will just go into the camera here, into the audio jack. Now I've charged this one up. If it cuts out, because I'm just filming, I can plug it into the wall, to the socket there, and keep going. Okay. Get all this untangled. These are the bits you don't see when I'm filming. I'll get rid of that out the way. And then I'll set this up. Over here for the intro, so I'll turn the camera on. And I like to get it enough so I've got the room for the colours to go up the screen there. There we go. Now I'll just turn that around, the display screen, so I can see myself, just to get a head height, as you all know. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Sound, microphone's working good. Okay, we've got everything here. Okay, reference pictures there. That's ready to do my intro, or my walk-in section. All right. G'day, how you going? Ianapolis here, acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to my video where I want to teach you beginners and advanced beginners how to paint a beautiful rocky water sunsetting scene today. And this is something that is very doable for you beginners. And just remember, if you just started out, always going to need some practice, because that's what gets us where we're going in life, okay? So the size of the canvas is up there like that. And I'll also get some colours running up the screen. This video is designed for you to watch it first and then work out what you need to get together so you can play, pause and paint along with the video and paint the same subject I'm teaching here. All right? What's the person name? Brian Beckwith. Brian Beckwith. I want to say a big shout out, thank you to Brian Beckwith for this photo we're using today. So thank you very much there, Brian Beckwith. Okay, okay, we've all got our coffees and we've got our enthusiasm. Let's get right into it. Now I've got to make sure, last video, I've got to double, because I'm using two cameras now, I've got to make sure when I turn one on and the other one on and off, they're off when they're off and they're on when they're on. Last time I thought it was on when it was off and it was on when I thought it was off. Well, you know what I mean. Confusing myself here. You go to turn it on to film it, but you've turned it off. And then you go to turn it off when you're finished, but you're turning it on. That's what was happening. Let's get right into it. I'll put my coffee there. Okay, so I'll bring this over. Turn the screen back so I can see what we're filming. Let's get right into it. So I'm going to show the people on the canvas what I'm going to actually do here. What is that one better than? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do there. Okay, action. Now I better put my glasses on first so I could see. Now I've got my horizon line above halfway, right along there like that. There's my horizon line. This is going to be the water from this point to this point here. And this point here is just simply going to be the foreground of big stones and rocks. It's going to be beautiful. And about here, we're going to have a glaring sun and clouds and a beautiful wicked sky. Okay, so let's get down to the palette. Okay, I want to just do the sky colour first, so I'll just get that done first with some craft white and some retarder. So on the palette here, I've got my craft white. It's a soft titanium white poster paint, and I want to mix this with some retarder just so as I can get a pretty much a primed surface ready to blend beautiful acrylic paints without them drying too quickly, because the retarder slows down the drying time. So we'll start on the sky area, and I just want to simply prime that in like so with this put it on a brush. Now I call it a put it on a brush because look at that, that put it on, no mucking around at all, eh? Look at that, done, all done. And now I like to stroke it left and right just to get rid of any lumpy chunks and bumps, make it nice even surface. It limits the amount of blending I have to do. There we go. That wasn't too hard, was it? You can do that. Now what? that I want. Now I'm picking up my cerulean blue. This is going to be quite a simple sky, you'll be amazed. So cerulean blue now, and we're going to start from the top of the canvas, bringing it down to those two colours. So coming from here, I want to put it on, bring it down. I don't want it very dark blue, I want it kind of pale. I'm getting the blue that I want there. Now I'm going to start letting it meet with that orangey colour and pull that through it slightly and gingerly and gently. And going to the tip of the brush now and letting things happen there. And the whole sky was just brushed on and blended with this one putter on a brush. Now while everything is still wet, we're going to add some clouds. And I want some white clouds in the sky, just some whispery cirrus clouds. So I'm going to put them on like that. These are going to be kind of dragged like this, long, lineal, across the painting like that. Now, grab yourself a cloth and a blending brush, and you want to sit this stuff down, this cirrus cloud, like that. Now, okay, stop, look what's on my brush. Okay, I want to wipe that just so as I'm controlling what's happening with this cirrus cloud. Watch here, I want to pull like that. See how soft and gentle they look in the sky? That's all these clouds are. They're soft, gentle little clouds in the sky. And just play with them and see what you can make from them. I'll get these. Well, then what you do, you blend it, have a sticky beak, have a peekaboo at it and see what's happening. Pull it, wipe your brush, it's just constant. It's a matter of that. This is a procedure in itself. You need to practice and learn as you're becoming an artist in your journey of art. Okay? And you can see just how they're looking like cirrus clouds in the sky. Whoa. Oh, I'll put a bit more to wash that. Alright, I'll do the water half now. So what was I? I'll give that a bit of a dry. Okay, I've dried that. How's that for head height? This one, yeah. Alright, I've given this horizon area a bit of a dry, just so as we can map in the water bit before we get to the rocks. We're pretty much nearly halfway there, alright? So we're going to use the same craft white with a little bit of retarder, and we're going to put our watercolours on top of that. Where's me put her on a brush? Here it is. And pants keep falling. What's wrong with me? Oh shit, that's better. Alright, where are we up to? Okay, so I'm going to grab the putter on a brush. There's not a lot of blending here, so I know this doesn't have as much retarder in it as what the sky colour half did, okay? And I want to get this to the horizon line, like so. Is that on or off? Oh, it's still So we've got our masking tape on there, and we're going to paint this to that line there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, so as I don't get a white rim of paint on the horizon line, I'm going to grab my finger, my artistic finger, and I'm going to rub the bugger like that. That's it, just getting, because I don't want to pick up paint that I don't need. Hopefully that's going to do it. And just get rid of that. Now, I better wipe that. Fucking pants. Now, I've got my cerulean blue. I want to grab that, most of it, and make a bit of a grey cerulean blue. So I've got some mid-tone grey, and I'm mixing that to get to that grey blue value for the watercolour, okay? There we go. And this is going to come right across the water here like that. Bang, bring it down to that bottom area there. Beautiful. Pick up some more if you need it. Now, what's next? Oh yeah. Some of this darker colour here, I want to pick some of that up on the tip of this brush. And I want to create some darker bands within the water, so about there and something about there. Oh, look at that big blob there, right? There we go, and something maybe there like that. I've got a big ton of paint on there, but that's all right. Now wipe that up the side there like that and pull that across and waterfy it. See how we just waterfied that and we've got those bands there. Now don't rub them away, otherwise you've got to start all over again. Oh, bloody pants! They're giving me the shit. Okay, another brush. Now I'm grabbing another clean brush with the titanium white. I'll pick up some of that as well, just to loosen it. That's just craft paint. And we're going to sit this on there. Mainly where the intensity of it all is, right out here. Now we don't want to overdo this where we start turning all this into mud. We want it to actually be seen for what it is, okay? And this is going to simply come down the water like so, just like that, maybe a little bit more of a glistening bit there, okay? And that's our intense area of the white. Clean your putter on a brush that you waterfied the orangey colour with, and we're going to simply do the same with that now. Done. Don't touch it. Over there, you can see I've got this little bit here, so what I'll do is I'll just push that inwards and get rid of it. Done. It's taken away. Now before we do finish, we can put some shimmer on there if we want to. So I'm grabbing my flat toothbrush. I've put a bit of this colour in that white, just so it's not pure white, coming into the water and pulling that onto the tip of my toothbrush, okay? And then we want to give our shimmer where we want it. Let's grab some water, you dickhead. Didn't put enough. I knew I didn't put enough there. Why did I keep going? Alright. this is going to be, try not to get big dots. Control how you spray this. Practice it before you put it into a painting. A little bit more. And what I'm going to do is just flicker some white on that bit there. So I've just cleaned the toothbrush, picking up white only, just to intensify this bit here with some white flicker. Hopefully it'll stand out. It's very minimal, but yeah, that'll do it. Don't overdo it. Let's take that tape off. Now see how see this cloud colour? I'm going to fix that back down to the horizon line. Alright, what brush can I use for them? Something glutinous. I'll try that one. Does that one do any? No, that one's shit. This one gets a bit hairy, I think. Alright. Now I've dried that. That's my darkest colour. I want to start adding the rocks coming from the darker colour and gradually getting to a tone lighter. So this first colour we mixed here, I'm going to use this. I might get a little bit of white into there just to open it up a bit. It's just not opened enough. What I mean by open, my method of is making it more seeable, opaque and thicker, solid looking. Now, see where your rocks are. Don't go leaving a dark edge on the top. You want the dark edge covered with these rocks. Wherever they are. There's little ones, and this is going to create stones, rocks and everything like so in front of each other. This colour here. Can you see what's happening? You don't want a dark colour around the edge. That fucking brush is shit. Where's a good one? I've got to buy some quality brushes, man. This is crazy. Is this one going to do it? Let me try it first and just see. Yeah, that's better. Okay, I've just changed the brush because I couldn't get quite. Now see what I mean? You want to get to the top of that dark bit, and like this, bang, some big ones down there. You got me? You can have some big ones in the middle as well. Don't be shy to do that. Okay. I don't know what the fuck I was hanging on to that for. That's it, mate. Alright, where are we? Okay, we've done that colour. So see the first dark colour I put on there? That's made up all the depth within that. Now we're going to highlight this colour. We'll just dry that first. Okay, we've pretty much done what we can there. Just grab a lighter value of the paint there, just something I can sign the painting. And then we can whack a frame on it. So I want to thank all my subscribers who support my channel. A big shout out and thank you to my patrons who support me every month. If you want to be a patron and get the extras they get behind the scenes and early releases, hit the patron link below and become a patron. Now we just put Steve's little paw print on there. There we go, we'll whack a frame on that. There you go, that is not too shabby. A stony shored sunset vibe of a painting. You can even put an old dead bit of driftwood sticking up here, whatever you fancy. Like I said, make it your own. But you know what? I know you can do it. I've got to do my spikes as well. You'll notice in future videos that the videos play and all of a sudden there's this quick little of me popping up and it goes away. It's just to make people go, what the fuck was that? I call them spikes. Alright, I know you can do it. And you know what? I know you can do it. And I had fun doing that. Colourful, beautiful, lovely subject there. Be sure to check out my links in the description below. Share, like and subscribe. And if you like what I'm doing, you tell your friends. But if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, okay? Goodbye, good luck, and good on ya. Right, that battery is dead as a doornail, mate. Okay, hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes video of me filming that painting there. Tell your friends about my Patreon channel, and thank you for your support, much appreciated. And I will say it's Uru from the Guru.